Top of the day in highest vibrations. This is Tears reporting live on the scene. Once again, the suspect is at large. There have been multiple signs of what's going on, and before the victim knows it, it's too late. What exactly are we dealing with here? Ladies and gentlemen, the suspect has been caught. It is indeed the intuition. So I'm Tears, the holistic artist of Informal Matters 777. And a lot of people don't know what the intuition is saying until it's too late. So I'm going to give you some tips of how to discover your intuition. The intuition is something that cannot be mapped out. Logic can be detailed back to scientific reasoning, why something is happening in a particular order. You're putting together patterns. Intuition is something that takes place in the intangible, something that deals with the moon, the mystique, just everything that can't be explained. And so on this journey, our mind can come across situations where a lot of thoughts want to come by. I want to be able to tell you how to differentiate your logic from your intuition and when the intuition is actually looking to take place. Now, all I do is drop jewels of how to Super Saiyan into that supernatural aspect of your source energy. So you might as well follow me now. But let's get into it. On this journey, there's going to be lots of things we want to do. There's going to be lots of things we want to take into consideration. And so our mind would be like, yes, go left, let's do it. And you see, with the logical side of our mind, it is very prominent because it's something we're used to utilizing. Yes, all right. But the intuition is a voice that kind of, if we haven't used it before, the way it tries to reveal itself is very humble. All right. Shout out to that. Ooh, left side. The intuition is something that's connected to the higher version of ourselves. On this journey, we have these dreams and aspirations we want to accomplish. Most of the time, we give up on our dreams because it's like our dreams are coming from like a supernatural perspective. It's like, how the heck am I going to accomplish this? Well, if we're thinking logical, most of the time it's not going to come true. But when we actually allow our energy, our spirit to take place, then the limitations that exist on the physical realm actually aren't going to exist when we're taking the directions of our intuition, because it is driving from our inner compass. Now, I love mind, body, and soul alignment. So let me tell you how, if we are yet to come into our full alignment, the way that the intuition tries to make its mark. The intuition is going to be a version of ourselves that never wants to press onto us, but it wants us to slowly unravel on our journey to discover all that is capable. So sometimes it's like the loudest voice in your head is not your intuition. Your intuition is going to be that soft, subtle voice. It's going to be that version of you, right? Because the ego can be kind of loud. Ooh, yes, nature, back me up right now. Blessings. See, the ego is going to be loud, but the spirit, the source energy within is very calm. It's very subtle, okay? Like this wind of change. Hone in on this energy you're feeling. This is the energy that the intuition gives in the mind. So our ego is drove by the physical realm, the physical world, the flesh. So we're going to make things into a mark on our journey, but it's more so feeding the material version of ourselves. The intuition is going to not be as loud as the ego that says, hey, we're going to go get those new shoes. The intuition may say, you know, you need to save that money for long-term goals. And it is so humble, it is so soft that most of the times on the journey, when it first makes its mark, maybe 20 times, we're never going to listen to it because the other voice is louder. So we want to go towards that. So if you're just now ready to dive into the learning of your intuition, pay attention to this. The intuition is going to be soft and subtle, and it's going to give you whispers, but it's never going to defy you. It's never going to say, you do this or I'm not hanging out with you no more. No, the intuition that is truly yours will have this unconditional essence with it. Like, even if you don't do it, right? It's going to still like forgive you, but it's never going to call you names or anything of that. And that's how you can keep hold of what type of energy is actually in your energy field. You need to know that sometimes our mind is an open canvas and we become energetically connected to everything we come across on the journey. But your intuition is always going to be patient with you. The intuition sometimes take a while for it to come out. When we listen to our intuition, the intuition is going to allow us to step out of our comfort zone. So at the same time, I have to make this video because this is the time that your dreams are being asked to come out, right? And as the dreams are being asked, sometimes the reason why they didn't happen yet because you didn't do that one inkling that the intuition told you. So let's say every day you're used to going left at the road to go to work, and then one day your intuition softly like, go right. And you're like, that don't make no sense. And you turn left anyway. Well, this is what's going on. Intuitively, there's something on that right side that spirit in the universe through source energy was aligning for you. Now, maybe you want to start a graphic design business. So this time turning right, there was going to be like a construction site that actually slowed you down. It was going to slow you down so much that you had to stop at the nearest gas station that you wouldn't normally go to. At that gas station, the person next to you, or even yet as you walk into the store, there's somebody there and they drop their pink pens on the ground. And you're like, what? And you're like, wow, these are so cool. I definitely wanted these. And then next thing you know, what happened? The universe just divinely orchestrated your next collab that's going to help you really express yourself, that source energy, and show your art to the world. And both of you guys are going to blow up. But that's what the intuition leads to. And I have to emphasize that it's going to make you do things that don't make sense, but there is a spiritual reason behind it, right? This inner compass is what you need. This inner compass is going to give you everything that your dreams are asking for. But remember, to truly go after your dreams, it's time that you step into the unknown. It's not a place to fear. You just haven't been there yet. Listen, if this is resonating with you, go ahead, check out more. I got blogs and everything else available at informalmatters777.com. Come as you are. And once again, I am Tears, no E's, only threes. Namaste.